most of you belong to the technology sector. So you would want to hear it from the person who is actually practicing it. Daily, on Facebook, he'll create a picture. He want a modern-looking Tamil girl. I think a lot of this. Photos. I mean, photos have just been generated. No, it's not like that. Whatever inputs he has given, based on that, the output is coming. And I'm sure you're going to show some pictures and all.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going to miss it. Any personal emergency, I'm requesting all of you to stay back. You will be the beneficiary of this conversation. K-phone because we are going to treat on data. So, limitless possibilities are unbelievable possibilities are. Yesterday I was looking at it, around 20 jobs can vanish. Translator in a job, travel agent a job. It can vanish. Jobs vanishing means what? It can go to the human being can do a higher level job, isn't it? From lower, see, Pandaka typist in the post. Typist in our post government. Today, typist post doesn't exist because all of us are typists. You don't need a typist to type it out for you. So, as we progress, the lower level skills will be replaced by machines. And the higher level skills will mention our intelligence established. And warfare also, let me tell you, if Ukraine and Russia is fighting, I believe 20 years later, it will be only robots fighting. And how much more intelligence you have, data, what the other country will determine which robot is going to win. So that's the stage at which we are. Unbelievably, unbelievable possibilities. Excitement. And unfortunately, this presentation I'm going to miss. But I'll hear the presentation. Senthil, my absolute apologies for not being with you during the presentation. But do please, he's from Tamil Nadu. My adopted state. We've been friends for a long time. So please give him the regards and ask him questions that you would like to ask. Thank you. I'll stop here. Senthil, the floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So you saw a small ad. Okay. So this is a recall ad which came over 10, 12 years back. There is one expert who has all the equipment and he's waiting for fish to catch on his net. And there is another person who is not expert. He's a common man, but he uses a new tool, which is recall in this case, and suddenly he's able to catch more fish. So it's not about expertise is not needed. But what I believe is, if you get an amazing tool which can solve problem for you, suddenly you become better than an expert. That is a possibility which generative AI, which is coming to use it. Okay, this is one part of it. So let me share one more video. Okay, so this is an art, a drawing which somebody's made. It's available on actually YouTube. Art is an important skill. A lot of people actually practice it. In Kerala, we had Ravi Verma, the other artists across. But this person is going to draw as eye actually. Okay, this is on a fast forward mode. We call it time lapse. So a perfect eye would take hours to draw, right? So this is what people actually do. Okay, so a lot of time is taken. Why everybody doesn't become an artist or everybody doesn't become expert is because it takes a lot of effort to build it, right? So we'll start with something. It's not perfect. We leave it at that point of time. What if you can become perfect in whatever you do? Maybe you are not good in, let's say, English. Okay, I can't write a good communication mail, and that is why you are not able to reach your potential. Right? Maybe you have to talk to somebody on phone, and maybe you're coming. So whatever skills you think you currently lack, can it be improved? Right? Either we can spend hours per day, daily, improving your skill and work on it, or use some tool to improve your skill. There are two ways of going about it. Earlier part was some people put a lot of effort, like sir would have done for the IAS part. After his MBBS, he spent multiple years practicing it, and then he got entrance and he cleared it. Or other way could be, what if we can start something easily, some other way of doing it. So this is a 3-minute video. I can just say, okay, so this is what it comes to build. Okay, just forward it even further. So this eye looks amazingly well, right? But it will take 10 hours to do it. And it costs a lot of money. If a good artist can do this kind of art, he will pay a lot of money. But to build this kind of skill, this artist would have spent 10, 12 years from his schooling to arts college and probably experience to finalize, improve his skill. Okay, when we were a kid, everybody was an artist, but whether we grow up, not everybody remains an artist. Our other businesses have changed what we do. Okay, so this is what we saw, how art can be drawn manually. Okay, let us see how we can do it via AI. Okay, this is another tool. Let me go back to okay, I'm going to write just a small command. It's nothing great. So my command is called imagine. Yeah. So what we saw was a black and white eye, right?
Mm.
Okay. Close up of eye. That's all right. I've given just one thing. There is no magic per se. I've given it, but I'm using a tool called Midjourney. I'm using a server called Discord. I'm just going to give a command. And the command has gone to a server. And what AI is doing is, okay, AI, what we have is something called Midjourney. They have seen billions of images, not hundreds of thousands, billions of images. And now they can imagine any kind of eye it can imagine. Right? So it imagines it and then it draws in a couple of seconds. Okay, so this is not complete. This is about 31% completion happened. It's not 100% complete. We're not given too much. Only as a close up of eye. We didn't do anything else. Okay. So within under a minute, this eye is kind of good. Which one do you like of these 4? Anyone you like? Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Bottom right. Okay, bottom right looks more human. Okay, let's take that as a design. Okay, sure. So now make it big, right? So it has drawn 4 sample drawings within a minute for you. Okay, even if you draw, it will take hours to build a normal drawing without seeing. But if you can copy this, it will be easier to do. So this is what. Okay, so now we got one thing. Okay, close up of eye. Okay, let us ask for something more. So this, I don't know how much people come in. Okay. So, okay, so you ask for, you pray to God, right? You can ask one varam. Okay, so, okay, give me this and you won't get it. Right? So a fairy is giving a tooth fairy, somebody is giving you one wish, right? And you ask the right wish and you will exactly save in a couple of seconds or maybe minutes. That's what has come in. Okay, so let me make another wish. Okay. Earlier, we used to do a lot more effort on programming it. Okay, so I'm just saying, okay, same logo white. I will add one more again. Okay, black and white. Same thing. I just add one more thing. And since it was drawn a pencil art, right? So pencil. Okay, pencil drawing. My daughter says drawing is a better one. That's you. Same thing. I have added just some more thing to it. Nothing major per se. Okay, so the first eye has come. This looks amazing, but it's a color. But how do you compare a color eye with a black and white with somebody else? Human has drawn, right? So let's get a version. So this is drawing a black and white version of the same eye. Does it look like an eye actually now? Right. So it's getting better. It's again 30%, 60%. Okay, so now it has drawn 4 eyes. Which one do you like? Upper left, upper right, bottom left. Right. So whatever we ask for, this AI, specific version of generative AI called Midjourney can imagine anything. It all depends on open source tool called Stable Diffusion. And if you have a GPU with us, right, maybe RTX 4090 or 3080, we can run locally on our machine as well. Which is possible. On a server, we can do it. Okay. And it has drawn 4. Okay, so I can upscale all 4 of it. U1, U2, U3. So it's going to generate 4 different versions of bigger I versions, which I can use for something. And how much time would it take even to just copy this design? It would have taken hours for us, right? So it's suddenly it's like more like a photograph, right? Bringing whatever you ask for, it can come into.
Is this application priced or is it free to?
If you can have your own GPU, you can run it locally. There are open source version available for it. There are some people who even build a version which run on iPhone, but it consumes a lot of battery actually. That's one problem which we have, but it can generate in seconds.
So
Okay.
this platform is
This version is a paid version. Yes. Okay, what I can
But
do.
initially you have like 20 more options.
No, 20 is not gone. It's gone. These version is gone.
Okay, but it used to be there. So we could generate for free. We used to have like 20 options.
Okay, so these are drawn by Sampurna, who's my daughter, and she wanted to do something on t-shirts. What kind of t-shirts she likes? So she wrote a prompt which she liked, and it generated a lot of images for us. Okay, so I don't know what they have college, but
So isn't it the same that
That
like
is my,
ChatGPT
project one.
also doing?
yeah,
Isn't it the same what ChatGPT is also?
ChatGPT is more into text for now. I'm showing a different version. Okay, see, like anyway, people can write. I'm saying drawing is difficult. How many people can draw art like this in 1 minute? Pretty low, right? So what became difficult? Can we make it easy? See, currently, you can what we do when you want to write an article, what you do a Google search, you will take a couple of pages, copy something to it, then you rewrite it. That's how we write it. Okay. What if you get a cool answer that here? That's something which changes. Okay. So can we draw art? That's a whole part. Okay. So we did something. We're doing something with kids drawings. So story kid. So each has taken only a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes to generate. Okay. And we could do a lot of drawings on a single day. Right. So a beautiful girl playing with a Shih Tzu in a Boston City mall. That's our prompt just given. Okay. And generate 4. Okay. So I'm just giving a prompt and you say yeah. So I'll ask you to automate it. Okay. So
That P5 is version 5 or?
version 5.
So it's basically command prompt.
This interface is more like command prompt. The web interface is coming up for people who are using heavy users for us. So it's trying to do 10 things in parallel. Okay. So whole part is, can it be automated and can it be even done in parallel? That's okay. Once you can get into that mode, you can have a lot of things. So come with the idea, then you see how we can move from there. Okay, so this is one way of generating content. Okay, so here AI is generating text and images for you in some way, but we are doing images for now. About 40 images are generated. In now next 1 minute, we'll have 40 images. Right. So this is what we can see in the AI part. Okay. Similarly, I can show you something else on. Okay, we did something on Lemon server. Right? Let me check that part as well. So we generate the eyes, but all the eyes have come actually. Right. In the meanwhile, in 1 minute, which took. And we can generate more and more. Okay. The more we want, we can actually generate all that part in that part, right? So I don't give an instruction, okay, what kind of dog, what pose it is. It is imagining a pose. You see a person, it's not guessing a different age, it's not the same age. Be older person, younger person, sitting, playing, eating, whatever. It's coming with ideas of its own. Okay. But you can give instruction. Okay, what if it's near a beach? In the background, there's a room or something else. So the more description you provide, it makes it more closer to what it is. Right? That's how it comes into play. So this is what generative AI in the image part is doing. Okay. Similarly, music is available in next 6 months. So what is happening is everybody can now create an image what you like. Okay. I want to do something on interior design, right? Let me do something on interior design.
This will do when the graphics designer role.
No, idea is not to replace humans is not the intention part, but all I'm saying is normally what happens, how many time it take to get a software development. Okay. So we give a requirement, then we keep changing a requirement and developer has to come from. He will not give today. Now sir, today is done, sir. I'm going for weekend, I'm off. Next day we'll get a code, then we'll iterate. So come on, similar design part. So you have imagined something in your mind on what design you want, okay, for the interior. And you give it to a consultant, you have to email him everything, then he comes back with the concept for a couple of days later. And that is not what you thought about. Then you would iterate it. Then we do more iterations. Okay. That is time costs time and money for us. Okay. What if you generate, okay, let me, okay, so just giving interior design of a software company. I'm not doing anything else. Okay, just given one prompt. Let it come with the idea of what it thinks of interior design. Okay. Whatever we like, we can add more to it and improve from it. So if multiple people here, each can give a keyword. Let's add the keyword to it and see how it makes it better. Can we change the color? Can we change the theme? Can we say glass building or whatever? Or can we say open? Right. It's coming with 4 designs to begin with. It may not be what you thought in mind, but we can do more iteration by adding a couple of words to it, right? Can you do experiment? Can you tell me what you want to see and we can add to it? I just say interior design of a software company. Okay, you can change it to the. Okay, so you want to, okay, let's say hologram. Yeah. So, okay, what else you can add? It will correct as well. Okay, what else you want in your office interior? So you create something, modify the text and words, and it will generate more and more. Okay, of the 4 designs you saw in the top, which one you like? Top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right.
Then it's video.
So there's a bunch of videos available. So, okay, what we are promising is in next 2 years, maybe that's probably by 25, we should be able to make a full movie using AI only with real and virtual humans. Actually, I like all the 4 designs. Okay, so it has built workstations which you asked for. It has built it in some way, but yeah. So anything else? Okay. Give a word. We can try to imagine. Okay, give any word. So can you give me any word? I'll make it into a art. Tell me. Any word, any word, any sentence.
Brochure.
Brochure. Okay. Brochure about what?
So in IT.
Okay. Software will be very basic. Okay, let's see.
Network. K-phone network.
Okay. Okay, let's say internet services. We doesn't know K-phone probably yet. You can train your own version of it. I can bring your logo to it. But if you can start with, giving an empty page and ask people to write something or draw something is difficult. Give them a half-built one, ask them what change you want. It's easier to get started in that way. Okay. What if we can generate hundreds or thousands of designs and choose which one we like? Okay. So they come with a couple of designs. Okay. Earlier, what we gave, right? So this could be more of a reception kind of thing, a small meeting room, open meeting room may make sense for some people. Okay. Probably this is more like a trading somebody's a trader, you can use this for trading design. Right? Probably that will come for maybe that mode. This is again open office space. Some of the small office kind of thing is what it looks like. Okay, brochures, you got 4 brochures. Right, you already brought internet and you brought a lot of lines are there. Right? Like internet is going, your world is there. I don't know, you can see it yet, but now I will give you all the images as well. Okay, or you can come here, I can see the bigger version here, the brighter version. Those who are in the office, they can see that as part. Okay. Looks like a brochure, right? Can you change the color? Do you have a logo for it, right? Do you have a color for it?
Yes,
Any-
blue and green.
Blue and green. Same art, we'll say brochure, internet services, blue and green, clean design. Okay, that's right. I added this one more time. Okay, blue and green, I added a green design, so it doesn't look very haphazard, right? First brochure was created, now second one has to start. Okay, there are millions of people who are trying it at simultaneously.
Can you create a logo for K-phone, Kerala Fiber Optic? What it says?
Okay, so okay. Okay, the logo design structure is here. Kind of the brochure part with the blue-green theme. There's generated 4 or 5 pages, right? So if you can like the design, you can work on it. Okay, which one you like? Okay, there's a 3-fold version. There's a plain version, book kind of version. They have 4 or 5 versions they have generated. Okay, actually, I have cloned my voice as well. So my voice is available as a AI interface, and I can give it text to it, and it can read for me in my own voice. Okay. Currently, it's not exactly my voice. It has an American accent. Actually, it sounds better. Talking to a client, recorded. Okay, give it a see. Ask ChatGPT question. Guy writes a whole paragraph for me, and ask it to write. It reads a volume, and it looks more professional. Yeah, my volume it goes up and down. That's how I do it. So it generates for you. Okay, so we have more thing coming up. Okay, what does you want a logo? Okay, so Sampurna, I'm going to try the logo part. Come in.
So when we ask something to Journey, does it go back to Google and search for any inputs earlier?
No, okay, Google is outdated as of today, correct? So they have not launched the AI yet, so we are kind of striking. This is more of each separate AI models. We call it multimodal AI models. Okay. How many of you are programmers here?
There are some problems.
Okay, can you be a programmer? If you want to lift your hand, I can answer the questions for you. Okay. See, earlier, okay, let me see. We haven't checked. Okay, so earlier when people used to program for AI, right? We did big data. Like we'll do some kind of machine learning training. Right? That's not AI per se. We'll have a lot of data. Then we'll say, okay, random forest algorithm is something, and we'll train the data and say predict what is the future. That is what we did. Okay, we were doing only one part of it. If it takes data, it gives data exactly the same format. Now what happened is they think of it. They attach a dictionary with words and meanings to it, and another thing which is linked with images. Earlier we did image was separate, text was separate. Now they connected both by him.
Copyright issue was there.
No, copyright is a different part. Copyright, I can answer the question for you, but all I'm saying is, okay, see, when you give an image, ask it to say what the image says, can describe it. How to make this plan, okay? Okay, logo for a fiber optic company, neat blue and green white background. That's what is given, and it will come in next. Yeah, the logo is coming up. Right? And repeat. So you can change the text in something else, right? See, coming to the concept takes a lot of time for people, right? You have 4 designs. I'm not saying the perfect one, but we have many here, right? We can go through it.
Google search it's independent.
Okay, so let's define the 2 parts. Okay, so what we saw is we were doing only image to begin with. I have done something on video, on audio, everything. Okay. So instead of one design, we are doing another 10. So 40 designs will come now. once part design comes, we can ask people to write a vote, right? Which design you like. So blue green is okay, green plus this is okay. No, what is the design should be not circular, so it should be more like a square or rectangle or triangle. If you have okay, looking more like a pyramid, should have a 3D option, right? That is what it can generate to you. That's how AI is coming. Right. So yeah, so that's how it comes in. So we are getting so many options. So it looks like more like edge, right? Into the edge. So you got from the lens to focus to everything. So AI is imagining each time, okay. And if you write across overnight, you can have thousands of images generated for you, which can be on logos. Then you can ask your employees or people to, okay, which one do you want to vote for? What do you think about future? Right. Something looks like a Doordarshan logo as well, old logo, I think. So these are all okay. I'm not saying you can use a logo directly and put it onto something, okay. But I'm saying if you give this and say, ask them, okay, make it a vector for me because we need to have vector for putting a letter pad or something or big holdings going to do. So we can get, instead of starting from empty screen where they come with one concept and they charge millions of dollars or rupees for doing a logo, we have a lot of design coming into there. Okay. So similarly, we can actually get ourselves into the design. So I have my photos, my daughter's photos, I can show you. I'm opening my Facebook account. Okay, and then a different one.
Search for your name.
Okay, so these are all actor Vadivelu, right? So none of my actual photos, but we generated all of them. So taken his photos, A doesn't know about it, but we taken his photo, we do the fine tuning of it, and we did generating of different part, right? These are not perfect images. We had only less time to generate it because we had something to do. Okay, so we can do something like this. In Tamil Nadu, MGR is still, people remember him, so we did something of that part. We took only black and red photos and tried facing okay, different face looks which are not available in the real part, right? Okay. So this is Sampurna and these are her photos. Okay, these are AI generated version of her photos. So. See, okay, getting a ladies know how difficult it is to maintain their hair, right? And it's even difficult if you want to cut your hair or change your color. And if you're a teenager, parents won't allow, grandparents won't allow, and it costs a lot of money to do all these. So changing a style, one style to other style, it's all pretty difficult. Okay, what is the Dubai background? She's not gone to Dubai yet, but the backup can be anything, right? We can have anything which you can imagine, we can do it. Okay. So all something which we could generate. So AI could generate all this of her. Okay, these are again AI generated ones. And again, this is only what version we have today. Okay, another 3 months, 6 months, we'll have version 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And it's going to become even more better, more perfect than what is currently available. Okay, Rani Lakshmi Bhai kind of thing, right? So it's a costume thing which we will not even try actually, right? Okay, I done for myself as well. Yeah. No, I don't have. Nobody takes photos of me. Most of the photos are group photos, so individual photos won't there. So training was difficult, but can I look cool, right? At least in profile picture, I can look cool, right? Without spending much money or time or going to a photo studio, if I can get look cool. Yeah, I can be a biker, I can be astronaut, right? Who's stopping me? So I'm saying AI. People assume that AI cannot imagine. No, AI able to imagine more things than what you can't even imagine. It can imagine for you. I have the photos. Okay, where I forgot to put one comma something. Okay, so a lion. Okay, with what do you call singo? What do you call horns?
Horns.
Right? So we are doing something. Okay, lion and something was attacking a bison was being attacked by a lion, and so some comma mistake, some copy paste, some mistake happened, and suddenly bison, I think a lion face with the thing. Okay, this looks great, right? And you can do more crazy things as well. Okay, so yeah, these are ones are reasonable ones. Okay, so I did even. So this is the next version which is coming up. So this is actually generated by AI. Okay, everything is generated AI. Internally, we are building a service, our own service, and we should be able to make movies at this level. Okay, it is generating 3-second videos of each location. One movie scene from an old 1930s movie called Gatsby. The change that Gatsby to Catsby, right? And it involves a cat. This movie came in 2010 as well. It was another 12 it came as well. Right, so there's no audio. I removed the audio part for now.
How to provide the comments for the writing this video?
Ignore how it is done. See how it's not that interesting part. People believe this is possible, right? See, if you want to shoot a video like this, getting every right costume itself, right, and getting permits and location, it will cost you tens of lakhs to begin with, even for a small thing like that. Kind of what grandeur it has, right? And what if we can generate this at 100th the cost? Right? Suddenly your option increases significantly, right? So we didn't have the cat yet. Yeah, the cat has come now. Okay, I'm streaming from a phone, so it's come jagged, but I think video is smooth actually. Okay, so this is something which so this is one professor in SRM University in Chennai. He wanted to be a pilot. Okay, he never got any uniform, but for family reasons, he has to go and do some other job. And now we could imagine him what if he's a kind of a in uniform kind of thing. We could do it. Okay, this is a version of audio video we generated earlier. Okay, so these are actually yeah. So if you do a lower trained version, this is what it generates. But if you can improve the quality, it significantly improves from there. Okay. So when we generate the image listing now, when we generated last year, they are pretty bad. But now the image quality is significantly improved. We will do something on this space as well. Okay, so whatever you have seen it. I did a whole thing Diwali celebration across the world. Right. So yeah, New York, if Diwali celebration happens in New York, right? India gets in Delhi, Paris. So this is Sydney Harbour, right? Opera. I generate, okay, can you generate toys in realistic, okay, cartoons or whatever? So we could generate a lot of these parts. Can you generate anime images? Those who are into kids, like they like anime kind of cartoons, you have generated a lot of them as well. Can you generate cats or gold, whatever? Whatever you ask for, it able to generate it. This is one of the girl. She's now going to 6th standard. So she's done a training with us. She's the one who's generating amazing stuff now. But basically, she's curious. See, age is not a limit here. Okay, AI is available to everybody around the world today. A 5-year-old, 10-year-old, and also somebody 60, 70-year-old, but from whichever country it is. If you want to go and try it, you can try it. And who's doing it first, maybe get the better benefits now. My photo, which I did, don't look this dashing for a very long time, but yeah, maybe I could figure out work on it. Okay. Okay, I will show this. Okay, these are things which we designed on AI. All these costumes, fashions. Okay, so we are going to start a fashion startup as well. Okay, how will I look old? Okay, this is more like a KFC, right? So Colonel Sanders look of me. So I don't think my dad ever had this kind of white hair. So I don't think I may lose my hair before getting all these white. Right. So I was trying something else. Okay. So can I make outrageous images which will make people think what is possible? Right. So this is a player which I made. Okay, a clay-based one, right? A Play-Doh-based player. Buddha or whatever. So generating is easier. I don't think that should be a challenge, but. So once you can figure out how to do one image, generating 1,000 images, pretty easy. But those who explore get to see more things. Let's stop the image part once I get one image. Okay, guess who this is? Okay, this is what AI thinks if I was a girl and young, right? Okay. Yeah, warrior kind of look. Yeah, you can get it all. Okay, this is what I think. Yeah, my wife was kind of angry, but yeah, sure. I have not gone to the for a very long time, but yeah. So that's what. No, what you don't want to try, right? You don't see. Can you break your image in something? Can you make modification? That's what AI is capable of. So we saw all the image part. Okay, I can now go to, let's say, with ChatGPT, right? So chat.openai.com. You have to log in again. Log in. Okay, so I have GPT-4. Okay, so people who are getting free account, private account get a 3.5. I get GPT-4. Okay, the answers are slightly better than that. Okay, so this is ChatGPT, GPT-4 version, and we can ask any question, and it will. Screen sharing is. Tab has changed. You can see this, right? Okay, can you ask any question? Let's see what we can do with ChatGPT.
Till 2021, right?
Why do you assume that? No, so a lot of what we're doing is based on what context we have. Okay, so they have multiple versions of it going on, but it is pretty good at explaining things to you. Okay, okay. So let's ask. Okay, how does fiber optic work? Yeah. So it's thinking about everything about fiber optic and tries to answer it in some way. So if you have a website and you write to FAQ for the site, it can generate it for you pretty easily. Okay, so okay, this is a very technical kind of thing. Okay, so it's not interesting for people. Okay, so what if you have to explain it to a common person? Okay, so explain it to 10-year-old kid, right? So you're kind of already see those who want to fiber everything. Geo has been there, Airtel has been there, everything sorted. Okay, now we are going there. People who are not bought it, they need to be explained. And he may not be an engineer, he may not have the idea. So if you have to sell So same thing, I'm asking a question. Okay. From 3.5, 4 is better in terms of answering part. Okay. 5 is what people are kind of scared of, because it may be more like a AGI, and it can, okay, so GPT-4 version, right? It can beat 97% of all humans, right? In their core skill. So it can clear engineering exam, IIT exam, they can clear it. It can MBA, master's part of the legal, medicine, it can clear all the exams for now. Okay. But once a 5 kind of hits, it can beat every human on earth in their own primary skill. So 750 crore people who are there, 700 million people. It can beat every person in their core skill. If you're a doctor with 30 years skill, what is the AI can answer you better than you? That's I'll be a possibility. Okay, so this is a question. Okay, so suddenly I change. Okay, hey, what if I explain it to a 10-year-old kid? Okay, okay, so let's. Okay, can we write some? Okay, what is the slogan for this company?
Internet is basic. Internet is basic.
Okay, so what is it? Okay, can you? What is the company name? Fiber optic. KFONE.
KFON.
Kerala Fiber Optic
Okay.
Network.
So K4 is a fiber broadband company. Can write a catchy slogans for promotions on social media. Okay. Right. So it's not we can't come with ideas. The problem is sometimes our ego is kind of touching in some way. We want our ideas to win. Ideas, okay, a lot of ideas in there. We can choose which ones are better. Okay. So we got an answer. It gave her about 10 samples. We can ask, give more and more. We're going to do it. I'll say this. Can you make it funny? So if you're not the first person in the market, we have to make sure, okay, other people are excited. I could have shown with this text part, it's a very boring thing. So I went in to show the images because that's what was more exciting for it. Okay, so fast we can break the internet. Okay, even your cat will be impressed. Okay, because buffering so last decade makes so much sense. Okay, life's too short for slow internet. Get K1 fiber now. I think that's pretty cool, right? So find something which can catchy. Can we do it in something? We can do A/B testing. Send it to 100 people. See how many people respond to it. Make a click A/B crowd testing, right? And suddenly you will have a marketing content which is done. I'm not saying marketing people not required. Yeah, they need to do the final part decision. Let them do. But can we come with ideas? See, this is like a superpower. What if everybody get a superpower? Right? You may have a primary skill, but additional skills which you can respond to. If it come, we can move from there, right? So, write a poem. We never thought of companies of poems, right? The lush lands of Kerala, where greenery thrives, a beacon of light, K1's promise arrives. So how much time it took? Okay, so all I'm saying is I'm not the smartest guy here. Okay, you have access to the AI. Nobody's stopping you. You can go try more things. I have tried few things. I'm slightly ahead because of that part. Okay, but can you get it today? See, AI is going to replace jobs. I'm not denying it. Okay, but what is if there are two people who are equal, right? This guy gets a super over. Right. So what is this guy say? Everybody gets a 6 balls in over and you get 7 balls, right? Can you have a higher score? Can you get extra one thing, right? That's the whole thing. Okay. What if you get extra 1 hour day, right? Or can you get extra 100 hours per day for doing extra things? So we feel our days are not enough, right? Everybody gets 24 hours. If you get something else, I will not be able to write this without knowing something about it. I will give me more details, give me everything. Okay, K4, I don't know what K4 is. Only I got name of the company only now. Okay, but it's I'm not prompting it. Right. So if you want to compare with those Geo, okay, so let's say pop do what do they call it? They do pop. Fight from that.
Rap battle.
Okay, Geo is the biggest competitor. Okay, let's say rap battle. Okay, so good law of rap battle. So two people are fighting with their own logic they're giving, right?
Connected Kerala.
See, yeah, got Kerala because of K4. Right? So I don't know if 2021 they had Kerala and K4 linked together, but it's getting that idea somewhere. No, maybe we don't get rap battles yet, but I'm like, what if somebody can sing it, right? With 2 actors to sing on it and something, okay, somebody supporting you and something. See, idea is market penetration should increase. Everybody should get a broadband, right? Everybody has a phone, but if you can have high-speed internet, it will change the part, right? So I didn't come with the idea. You just gave me some idea. We got something and we generated something, okay? So writing this much content,
Yes.
some professional, let's say a consultant would charge about 1 lakh, 2 lakh. So I'm not saying this content is that quality. I'm saying this is the starting point for it.
So what happens is the agencies will use this and charge the clients. No?
You can use it yourself and figure out again. Do you want to use that part or not?
If you're not smart enough, you again still end up paying the agency. Right now also that is happening.
No, that's for different reason. All I'm saying ultimately where it will come from. That's all. See, a normal person and somebody is the superpower, right? That's all. If the superpower comes into play, so suddenly now the superpower is available for everybody. But do we want to use it or not is up to you, right? So we can come with text. We can ask you to solve complex problems. Okay, we have networks. I want to optimize it. It can give you something on that part. It can write programs. Okay. Any programmers here?
There will be.
Okay. Any programming problems you can message. Let me try to answer it as well. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Maybe you can remove the share screen and then ask them.
Okay, I'm going to answer any questions if you have. Okay, please ask a question. I'll try to answer it. You can write the question in the chat message. I can read it, or if you can speak, I'll be happy with that as well.
IKM team, I think you can speak up. You can unmute and then ask questions.
Okay, type the question. Something I'll be sure. Learns of things. Okay, I'll answer that part. Okay. What about cartoon generation? Okay, Anand. Oh, cartoon is the image part. Okay, so you have to just give okay in cartoon style, right? Or if you say, okay, well, let's generate something on cartoon. It's an easier thing to do. Somebody asked about cartoons. Okay, so whatever we have. Okay,
Upload, share.
I'll say line first. It'll generate line for us. I'll say imagine line cartoon. Hmm?
Lemon. Might take it as lemon. Lions.
Lemon.
Lion.
So we got a simple line, cartoon style, right? Just adding cartoon, it changed it to a cartoon style. This is the actual line which we got, right? Realistic line. Then we said, okay, cartoon, I don't do anything else. This is, assume it's a cartoon kind of thing, a serious man, maybe looks also like a man or an angry line kind of thing. The third was Disney is coming out. Okay, so Disney style, right? More finish is there. Okay, can we have a Pixar style? If you okay, let's say
And
cute baby lion, Pixar style, right? I just added one word called cute. That's all, right? The baby, right? So certainly, instead of a big line, we'll have a small line and it's playful, or we can ask for it to do running, playing, swimming. I think the cartoon answer is answered, right? But there's more questions. So Anand, I think I've answered your part, right? So generating is part, okay. So let's say you want to have a 3D, this is actually the 3D look, but let me expand it. Okay, imagine. Okay, so the 3D look is coming now. Okay, any other questions in this room or from anybody who's online? Okay, so fundamental difference between what you used to do earlier now is these are, we call it as a zero shot or limited shot kind of thing which we're doing now with generative AI. We're not training it how to understand what it is. All the knowledge is currently there. Probably if you see GPT 3.54, I think they have common sense. They understand the whole world. Okay, and if you want to explain it to something, okay, let's say you want to have a customer support role and any new policies are there. Okay, so what if we can give a book of that thing and give it to it, and it can only learn that part of it. Already knows everything about the world. Only that information is not there. It will add it and it works on it. Okay. We call it as fine tuning. That's what comes into play. There are hundreds and thousands of models available of open source for fine-tuned content. Okay, there's a site called Hugging Space. You can find a lot of models download and locally done. Okay, most APIs do not require a lot of coding. You will write 10, 20 lines of code max for the whole application itself. Right? That's how current systems work. Not thousands of lines of code like earlier models. So that's what I say. You don't need to understand everything about how the programming modeling everything works, how the training happens for using it. Okay, so it's like for driving a car, you don't understand how the engine works. So most people, it will benefit most people in that way. My example which I'll give is okay. Maybe think of it. Maybe 20 years back. Okay, there are people who were photographers, professional photographers. They will have a DSLR camera. They will have huge lenses and a lot of money spent on doing it. But what happened was we got iPhone was invented, and suddenly from basic every phone had a small camera. Camera was getting better. Phone also had internet access to it and also had apps to it. And suddenly taking a photo was always you have a phone, you can go click a photo and work on it, right? There's something which you can do. Okay, so I can take a photo, it's easy, right? Just I'm on speaker. So that's something which comes into play. Next part, we can expand from here. Okay, that's how we can work on it. And now with smartphone, everybody has a camera. Okay, and what you're seeing on the camera screen is probably not from the actual lens which you got the right. Okay, it's already processed in a big way with some GPU or CPU or whatever, right? And the quality is well. What has happened is earlier when my dad was a photographer, he will have one camera, big camera with one flash, and have 12 photos only can be taken with one roll of film. Or later, 36 films were possible in 35mm cameras. So if you can take only 36 photos, you'll plan for which shot to take. If you miss one shot, the shot is lost forever. Now, what we do is we don't do that part. We have a camera, we have a huge storage on our phone, we can take hundreds of images. We click a lot of selfies, pictures, everything, and whatever photos after the event, whichever we like, we share it immediately there. Those who are taking with the marriage photos and DSLR cameras, right, they will give you the photo after a month. Now, I think with somebody, I met a celebrity, take a selfie with them, post it immediately on Instagram, right? And you get likes immediately. That's the whole important. Suddenly, that kind of capability becomes available to everybody. Be it programming, be it for anything else, we can get on that mode. Right. Okay, so this is what my. If you have any other questions, I'm ready to answer it. Right. My batteries are going down now, so I'm happy for that part. Any questions you want to ask it, message me. My name is Senthil Nayakam. That's on my name as well. You can find me on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on Twitter. You can find me as well. Any questions, I will try my best to answer it. I think maybe I should take a photo. Yeah. Yes. Let me take a photo. So suddenly I can have a photo. Right? Earlier, camera was a privilege. Right? Rich people had a car. Everybody has a car. Right? So earlier, people have to go to office to work, and people felt great. Okay, now work from home is possible because people have good internet connection, right? And we are more comfortable at home. We can do it as well, right? But what may happen is today we got technology solving this part of it. We will have robots in next 2-3 years. And next 5-10 years period, we should have robots at home, around everywhere. That should be how it's coming. So that's how I see it. Okay. And it's not only coming to only programming is changing. No, programming, video, audio, social media, digital marketing. See, earlier the whole digital marketing was okay. Build a website, SEO optimization, everything for what? Google. If Google is not, why do you write SEO optimize? Why do you have average blog? Anybody can write a good blog post, right? You give me just 2 titles and say, okay, hey, generate image. I can generate as good as image as anybody else. And I'm not saying experts are not needed, but experts need to certify it. In 5 years timeline in US, what might happen is they will mandate all the insurance company. Doctors are detecting diseases. First, people should get the test done. AI should say this is what the diagnosis is, right? And doctor should concur. Okay, I like it or not, or make it one more test. That's all. So if somebody practices without consulting with the AI, he may be debarred, right? And that's what we're talking about 5 years from now, not 100 years from now. And AI is everywhere. So this will change. Okay. So suddenly what happens is nearly, at least there are multiple reports saying, okay, 300 million jobs will be gone. Okay. The whole part is what will you do if you have a lot of time? Today, we don't have time. We're spending more time coming to office, going to office, we are stressed. If these can be taken care by AI, what will you do? Which you interest, right? That's the whole thing which comes into play. And that's what I asked my daughter as well. Okay, hey, by the time you go into job market, right? What if there's no job market at all? Why do you want to be employed? So I'm saying, so she's designing something. We did a lot of designs for t-shirts and content and fashion and everything. And that is what Sampurna is doing. Right. So that's my presentation. Any questions I'm willing to answer, right? Sure.
Just.
Shilawardhan? Let's stop the sharing part. You can, yeah. Okay, sir, I'm done, sir. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
So thank you so
Thank you,
much
thank you.
for this, your time.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.